Go.
So, Diva, today is Saturday.
Don't you have to do the introduction first?
No, you're going to edit.
You edit?
Just keep rolling. Just keep rolling.
Okay.
So, today is Saturday, November 21st. 4 days before you go on your trip to Peru. Tell me a little bit about your trip. Where are you going and why are you going there?
Well, I'll be going to the village of Urubamba to work with kids that have been subjected to sexual abuse, neglect, homelessness, human trafficking, commercial sexual exploitation. And I'm going there because I love kids. I love working with kids, and I have been working with kids for over 20 years. And when I first heard about these children in Peru that were needing help, I just decided that I wanted to be a part of what was going on to help them.
So why now? Why this year? What's been happening in your life where you felt like now is the time for you to go?
That's a good question. I don't think that you ever really know the time. I just think you know when the time is right. When I heard the information, it didn't occur to me to wait a year or 2 years. It sounds like something that needs to be done now. And so what I did is I focused my attention on finding a way to make it happen. I started researching information on the computer, and I found out about this organization in Peru called Nexus Voluntarios. And I contacted them. I found out about their volunteer program fees, and I decided to go ahead and do a fundraiser. I figured I had done fundraisers for the American Cancer Society, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, as well as AIDS and other organizations. I do believe that my spiritual journey is part and parcel service to others. And what better group of people to dedicate your time to other than kids? Those are the ones that need the most. I think that we are supposed to be, as adults, stewards of our children.
Wonderful. Now, tell me why Peru? What's so special about Peru?
I don't know. Back in 1988, the first time I ever heard anything that was connected to Peru was when a friend of mine and I were having a conversation, and she said something about Machu Picchu. And I started laughing because I thought it was something she made up because she was just such a funny person. But when I saw the words written down, even though I didn't know how to spell it, I knew that that was the word Machu Picchu. And I later found out it was in Peru. So I started, researching and looking at information regarding Peru. Had no idea, that I would be going there to work with these kids. I thought I'd be going there for some type of sacred site tour, event or something like that. But, this past year, I was talking to a colleague of mine that mentioned the word human trafficking. And I said, what? And I thought to myself, those sounds like two words that don't even go together. But when she started explaining to me the enormity of that situation and that it involved kids, a flag went up. I just felt immediately that I needed to do something. I needed to get involved. Because it's one thing to feel really bad. Oh, that's really terrible. It's another thing to actually roll your sleeves up and do something about it. And that's what I decided to do.
Okay, so you're planning to roll your sleeves up and do something about it. What are you hoping to do? What do you plan to do while you're in Urubamba?
You know what? I haven't quite figured it out. I just know that going there, I believe that God gave me a gift that to work with kids, and that I have some type of uniqueness about the way that I can relate to kids. And I believe that I can somehow convey the message over to them that they still have value no matter what they've been through. I believe that my presence there will give them insight into their value and who they are and what they can be, and that the fact that whatever they've been through doesn't hinder them from that. I also intend on teaching them some English vocabulary, teaching them about self-respect and respect for others, and the like,
Okay. So you were about 4 days before you get ready to leave. What are you feeling right
now? Nervousness, excitement. It's a mixture of all of those feelings. I've been out of the country before, but I've never lived outside of the United States before. and I will be there for close to a period of 3 months. And I'm really excited. I don't know what to expect, but I am absolutely hoping for the best and expecting the best. And so that's all I'm putting out into the universe, is for the best outcome.
Okay. Now you mentioned that you're excited and you're nervous. What are you most excited about?
About the possibility, about feeling that I am blessed enough to have had this opportunity to come before me, and that I, as a person, will be able to contribute something to the well-being of these children that have been through so much devastation already.
Okay. Now what are you most nervous about?
Well, about almost a little over a month ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and with that came a lifestyle change, and going over to a country. This area I'll be in is an area of extreme poverty, and so just the unknown. I think that's what affects most people, just the unknown, not knowing, what will happen, if I really will have a positive impact. I just believe that I will, and I'm just going to go on that belief.
Okay. Now, think ahead, and it's the end of January. What do you hope to accomplish by the end of your trip?
The goals that I've set to teach these kids English vocabulary, understanding of the English vocabulary, to have learned more of the Spanish vocabulary, to have taught them about self-esteem, to believe in themselves and believe that they can be, do, and have anything they want to, no matter and regardless of their situation.
Okay. That's all the questions that I have. Is there anything else you would like to share?
Well, I'd like to thank all of the people that have supported me. One person and one name comes in mind first and foremost is Donna Curley. She has been very instrumental in helping me to make this dream possible. But then I also would like to give thanks to my daughter, and who has been totally supportive, as well as her husband, David, who's been totally supportive in having this happen, because, it never in my wildest imagination would I have ever had the opportunity to do something like this. But I remember telling her that I felt like I needed to do more for the kids, and that I had this urging to go out of the country. And she said, well, why don't you do it? And she was so, as a matter of fact about it, I think that was holding me back, thinking that my leaving the country would have this impact and it would affect her. She was so supportive that I thought, well, why not? And so I went for it. I created a great goal, and my definition of a great goal is something that excites you a lot and scares you a little, and that's true of this situation. Outside of that, what I'd like to see happen is I'd like to see these kids regain their self-dignity, self-esteem, self-worth, and to go on and be and do and have whatever it is that they believe that they can be, do, and have. Maybe sometimes people just have to let you know that they believe in you,
Okay, well, thank you.
Well,
and
thank you.
I look forward to hearing much, much more about your trip.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you. And hopefully I'll get better with this video blog thing as I go along, but stay tuned. There'll be much, much more to share.